guys can just stand around the back.
Yeah, so coaches are observing and the players are doing all the work, okay?
Yeah, if the coaches want to get in that bowl, see what they're like, if the arm's still rolling over, then I encourage you to get involved. If you want to ask questions, get involved and ask me stuff. Because I've learned everything from asking questions and playing the game. Alright? So first of all, I'm going to direct it at the kids, coaches can jump in. So firstly, bowling, alright, we've got to make sure we're warmed up first. Right, so you've already done the warm up, so I'm not going to make you go do a lap or anything like that. Alright, there's three basic things when I'm coaching that I do. When do you change a bowler's action? And this comes up all the time. So I've got three things that I focus on if I'm going to change an action. Generally I don't. So I will not touch a guy. Does anyone have any input?
Obviously he's going to injure himself.
Perfect. Injury. Yeah. One. I'll only change something if it's hurting. Yeah. Alright, another one.
Inadequate performance.
Yeah, perfect. So if they're not getting the outcome. So you can see we're working on attacking bowling in here. I've set up some markers that we're going to actually aim for to try and get an outcome. Right? If they're not achieving that outcome, we've got to work out why. So that's the other one. Maybe one more. Yep, so that's pretty much the same. The only other area I'll change it is if I think...
Illegal action.
Illegal, that's another one. I wasn't going to talk about that. I was a bit touchy on that one. I don't think we're supposed to, but the only other area is where I can see improvement. And generally, I'll go to another coach before I change it. Get a different opinion. Right? I don't like to change actions. Right? I like to work with what I've got because I think it's a bit of a unique thing bowling. Everyone's slightly different. And as a batsman, I used to hate facing guys that were a little bit inconsistent. Did something different with the ball, arms going all over the place, you know, it could put you off a little bit. Right, so first, attack. So one of you guys is going to come up and show me your field, quickly.
Put on your eyelid.
Yep. So just mark.
So you got the new ball.
New ball in your hand. What are we doing? So that's bowler with the keeper. This is your pitch. Right, that's your 9 fielders. So 9 X's. So just while he's doing it, I like getting the players involved and actually making them think about what they're doing, rather than me telling them what to do.
That's third man. Square leg, is it?
So right hand up.
So what age group is this you're coaching?
Well, we're going to do junior today.
So you got three slips.
It's his field. So we'll have a bit of a discussion on what we think.
So you got 7 on the offside, 2 on the leg side, okay?
Yep.
Interesting.
Alright, some thoughts on that?
What about back himself?
He must be
quick, he's going to hold short. I would say the good thing about this is it's an attacking field, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very attacking. So depending on the age group, very good point at the back. Right, if this was men's cricket, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And possibly that and that. 4 there. 4 there. Yep, so that's an attacking field, pretty much. There's variations on it, right? You're leaving gaps in the field. Why?
You're trying to draw certain shots.
Yep.
Bowling to certain areas.
Yep, so when we're attacking, we're trying to make the batsman play. All right, kids, answer this. What do you see about the markers set up in the nets? Quick, anything? Yeah? Line and length, a bit more specific. Think attacking bowling. They're nice and straight, perfect. All right, so this little session, we're going to bowl 6 balls. 6 only. The outcome is bowling between the yellow markers, right? 1 point. If you hit the white marker or the marker at the back, it's 2 points. Easy enough. All right, jump up, grab a ball, let's get into it. So the first 2 nets here, the right-handers.
Any of these? have a new ball there.
Just grab one of those box.
Coach down the end, just throw the ball
Guys, just get in there and get one.
left and right there. There's about 3 in each net.
Yeah, coaches can jump down. Doing something like this is really good because what's it's done for me freed me up, hasn't it? I'm given a task, I don't really have to manage this. I can sit in the back and do nothing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start. So if I see something, I'm going to take a guy off to the side, put another net over there. Hey mate, what do you think's going on? Why are you bowling a little bit outside the markers? Why do you think? Always direct it at them and get them thinking about it, right? Rather than you telling them what to do. Because as soon as you go, hey mate, front arm's not working, what's he going to think of? Front arm. And that's all he's going to think of, isn't he? So he's going to go, something wrong with my front arm. So gives you a perfect opportunity to sit back. Right, and if you want today, go take a guy over in the side net. Go. Yep.
And then come back to the race.
Yep. So you give him a cue then. Don't you? So take him off to the side. Why don't you think you're getting the ball to go in the right direction? And they'll start thinking about, oh, maybe I can get my arm. Oh yeah, why don't we try that then? Get your arm up higher, bring it down straighter. Then you think, alright, that's a good point. Start to think about it yourself rather than you going, hey, so how many balls in the ball, guys? How many points? Great work. So remember, we're bowling 6 balls only. Counting our points. Great bowling.
Lovely bowling. You've had to say that. You've got a point there, it's almost clear. Yeah, all on good, getting better. Practice. We're on to that much better. Nice, Noah.
So, guy in the end net just bowled. Has anyone picked up anything? He's swinging the ball all over the place. Yeah, he can't keep it contained. He's bowling outside the markers. So we've got to either do 2 things: try and get him consistent bowling with it, or if he's got an outcome here, maybe you can teach him about cross-seam bowling. Because it's very important in junior cricket that guys can just bowl straight. Straight at the stumps, straight hit the wickets. Right? But also we've got to encourage him to whip the ball later on. So maybe do a few drills with his wrist, getting him consistent bowling with a good swing action, because that's an in-swing ball, right-hander, not going to keep the bowling from Right, coming in quickly. Quick.
Yeah, hats on if you got them.
Good. So, bolt 6 balls, scores. 6, great. And who else? Come on, everyone should have been counting. Yep. 7, yell them out. That's all right. So, maybe a bit more improvement. Right. So, what were you noticing? Where were they going? Were they going consistently one side or all over the place? Outside off. So they were all outside off. Yep. So that would probably be just you getting in the nets and doing a bit more work. So you've got consistency, but maybe the accuracy for this particular drill isn't quite on. So coaches would probably look at his alignment at the crease, stuff like that, to try and straighten him up a little bit. Also, guys bowling to right-handers and left-handers, all right, what's one little thing, this is probably the only thing I'll tell you to do today, what's one little thing you can do to change your alignment bowling left and right-handers? I'll leave this to the coaches. What's one thing you can tell your player to do? Yep, that's probably one, but a little bit in their run-up.
Yeah, it's just the angle of approach.
Yep.
So you come a fraction wider to bowl across to a left-hander.
Yep, so you'd have your run-up at the end. So I used to run in with a bit of an angle anyway. Have your run up here. For a left-hander, I would just go a metre. And I don't have to think about at the crease what I'm changing. It just changes my alignment and gets me bowling across straight away. So that's just one little thing, bowling left and right handed. Right. There was another little thing where a guy was swinging the ball there, and as coaches, we just need to get that consistent. If he's hooping it, go with it, because swing bowling is very important. It's just about getting them bowling consistent. One little thing, if they wanted to bowl straight, just get them holding cross seam. Important in junior cricket that they can bowl a straight ball, because that's the one that generally gets the wickets. Yep, right, so attack's done. Containing. So, where are our slips? What can we do to our field? When we start thinking about containing. What are we doing when we contain? Yep. Trying to make the batsman not score. Trying to make the batsman not score runs. Alright, so we're going to lose a few of our attacking options, and then we're going to plug up gaps. So you might put a cover in, this guy will come around, you'll lose your short leg, this guy will come around. Now, containing, you're bowling outside off stump, aren't you? Setting a field so the batsman can only play one side of the wicket. So you're taking out his scoring options there, making him think about something else.
Small fielders on the offside. Okay, so when Riley did 7-2, I didn't think that was the best option for attacking, because you want to sort of make the batter play. If you're containing, you can bowl a fraction wider, okay, and bowl to one side of the wicket. So if you got 5 or 6 or 7 on the offside, that batsman has to move across and hit across the line and hit to the leg side if you're accurate. Okay, so more fielders, less gaps, more difficult to score runs.
Yep. So, and if you've got a really good bowler, you know, you can lose that option and maybe have another slip over here, another cover, another gully, or even take out his scoring option from the boundary. So an in-out field also works good in these situations, because you're not giving them the boundary ball as well. So we're going to get into the nets, and I have the coaches just widen the markers and put them more offside when they get down there, and then bowlers up again. We'll do 4 balls this time. Okay, working on a wider line and containing.
Just get wickets where that contains them.
Yep. But then they've got to think about the line, adjusting a little bit shorter. Get straight into it. Stop.
So if the line goes between the green stump and the main stump, that's good.
So just while we're doing this, I've got to speed it up a little bit because it's 25 past. The bowling was next. Alright, so what we will do is actually set up cone offside, but on the leg side, basically the left hander. So group cones for them to aim at. So in death bowling, you've got to try and teach them to get a little bit fuller and actually more consistent. So it's really got to be
lads, come back to the board.
target. Getting the ball a bit fuller is generally the best place to bowl, so around full base off stump, just outside, and then taking out scoring options on one side of the field or the other. So you'd actually be looking at putting guys out on the boundaries and then in the infield. So what we're doing here with bowling outside off stump full, right, we're trying to force him to play only one side of the wicket. If he starts doing these ramp shots and stuff like that, then you're obviously going to change it, aren't you? Right, a perfect drill to do this is set up cones for them to aim at outside the off stump. Point system again for hitting the markers. Alright, be inventive as well. Set up a little hurdle with the stump and bring them in close and try and get them to scoot the ball underneath it. Right, stuff like that. Maybe you can put a Gatorade on the top of the marker down there. Whoever hits it off first gets a Gatorade. You know, they're kids, they want to have fun, okay? So make it enjoyable for them. Those little Milo sachets, put them on top. So that will be the drill for it. I'm going to go one more drill. We're going to get the guys bowling in 2 nets, and I'm going to show you just a little bit of a competitive thing, all right, with moving the markers around. Okay, so we've done sort of a muscle memory building activity, right? That's good for consistency, but how are you going to coach them to bowl different balls in a game situation, right? So they need to be able to execute their plans for game day, don't they? Right, there might be a batsman that can't play a pull shot, so he's got a bowl bouncer. Yep, so bowling length isn't going to work, you're not going to get him out. So I just need one coach to come down. The bowlers just split over the 2 middle nets, and we'll just have a go at this. So you're aiming for the white marker that I put down there.
You can use Milo.
That's alright, so just let me come down. Jump in that one. And coach, just come down the side so you can hear the outside 2 nets.
Go. 2 nets. 2 nets, boys and girls, bowlers.
Let's go.
So just a normal bowl. You're doing top bowling, aren't you?
Yep. So what we're going to do is place a marker when they land.
Okay. Okay, Noah. Go get some more yellow markers.
Good. Focus on it. Try and get as close to the white as possible. We're a bit short.
Yeah, good, Noah. Good boy.
Alright, one more. Pitch Matt. One more. Alright, hold. Alright, so you can see here, one that's more consistent, and then you do maybe a punishment or a reward. I encourage a reward for kids these age, men a punishment. Yep. So 1 net lost. Alright, the inconsistency. Alright, now we change it. So pick up the white. Alright guys, the white's changing. Try and bowl offside Yorkers.
close to the marker as possible. Good ball. Great Noah.
Noah.
Next.
Yeah, try.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Next. So we've got to be fuller.
Got to hit the white marker,
That's
guys.
last time they're trying to hit boundaries. You don't want to be able to get underneath the ball.
Bad luck. Whoops.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're right.
5 centimetres in it. For the dentist.
Work. So always age group decide, younger kids, base it around encouragement rather than negativity. Work, the line's perfect.
Next. One more each and we're done.
Get that a little bit
One
fuller.
more each.
Fuller, Noah.
Obviously you can do this all day. Okay? Create situations, move the markers around, maybe put 2 different ones, then you'll call
That was
in
in the perfect
which
zone.
colour, stuff like that. So opportunities are endless for stuff like this. Just be inventive and roll with it. Have a plan. Great work.
Hello, mate.
Great bowling. All right, we'll finish it up there. Just jump out of the net.